Right, good morning, folks, and welcome back. So, I'm off out and about. So, while I'm out and about, I thought I'd have a chat with you all to try and get an understanding of what seems absolute madness over in the United States currently. And I know there's a couple of other countries had a little bit of flirtation with a bit of this madness as well, but not to the extent of what's happening over in the States. Now, when you look at it, Elon Musk has always been a character that you either you like or you dislike, and it depends what camp you sit in. But there's no taking it away from this guy. He is an absolutely mad genius. And when you look at what this man has done, if it wasn't for Elon Musk, would electric cars be so prominent in the world today? If it wasn't for Elon Musk, would the space race or the space exploration, would that be as prominent as what it is? When you look into things that he's involved with, the boring tunnel, the hyperlink, the Neuralink as well, because that Neuralink will change people's lives who would normally be incapacitated. So this man is pushing the boundaries. And when you push the boundaries, you're going to upset a few people for one reason or another. Now, to those in the States, when I say pushing boundaries, it all seems to have gone really mad when he affiliated himself with Donald Trump. Now, over here in the UK, we do see a lot of news about politics over in the States, and especially with Donald Trump, and there's no taking away from it. Donald Trump is a very larger-than-life character. And, ever since he's come back in as president, the whole world's press is absolutely surrounding America to see what happens next. Now, as part of that, you've got Doge. Don't know why that's flashing. You've got Doge that's formed, and this is where the hatred has come in for Elon. Now, listen, we've all been involved in our careers at some point where the company has had to basically tighten its belt because the budget's blown, sales aren't going as well, and what happens is you have to lay off some good people, and you also lay off some bad people. But, in my tenure over the years, I've been made redundant a couple of times, and it's not because you're a bad person. It's just because it's not cost effective to have you in the position what you're in. And that has upset a lot of people because a lot of people don't believe they should have lost their jobs. And I respect that. But is that a need for people to set fire to car lots in America? Is that a need to damage people's cars? Is that a need to do Nazi saluting as Tesla owners are driving down the street in their cars? These are your neighbours, everybody. These are your friends. And yet, for some obscure reason, some idiots, for want of a better expression, feels a need to do a Nazi salute as someone drives past in a Tesla. Now, in the UK, we're not getting that. We're not getting anywhere near that. The worst we've had is... Now, this is a good one, by the way. This is a good one. In the UK and other countries, I'm not sure if it's hit the States, if it's in the States, so forgive me, but it might have. We've got a group of people called Just Stop Oil. And they're against, obviously, everything to do with oil and the world. They want the world to green the place, blah, 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 blah. And I get that. We all want a great future for our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. We all want that. But these people, these Just Stop Oil protesters, they damage people's properties, they affect people's ability to get to work, and all that's done, it's created this huge resentment against them because of the way they're doing things. And what's happening over in the States, these protesters, and I've got every sympathy or every support for anyone who wants to peacefully protest, because we're living in a free world, people. You can peacefully protest, but when it comes to damaging people's property who have got nothing to do with the decisions made in government, that's when people are crossing the line. And I promise you, I've worked all my life to be able to buy a decent car. And if somebody came over and damaged my car, then I would have to retaliate. And unlike the States, I think you've got one of your amendments is you can defend your property. What we don't want to end up happening is people ending up getting killed, because that's what's going to happen. Someone is going to retaliate and someone is going to get killed. And life is far more precious than any car. So we need to understand, especially from the UK, is this genuine Tesla haters hating on Tesla to such an extent of crossing the line? Or is it a political movement because Elon Musk has affiliated himself to Donald Trump? Now, it all seems, and this is from a UK point of view, it all seems to exploded since Musk became part of Doge and affiliated himself to Donald Trump. And I think people have jumped on the bandwagon and pretended it's all about, hating on Elon Musk because of Tesla and some of the things that Elon Musk says and does. Now, as I say, Elon Musk is an absolute mad genius. And when you think of what he's involved with and the greater good he's trying to do for the world, is that being masked by some of Elon's actions? And don't get me wrong, some of the things that he says, you think, oof, Elon shouldn't have said that, or oof, Elon, you shouldn't have done that. But when it comes to cars, I can't fault it. This is the best car I've ever owned, by far. It's, where else can you jump in a car and it drives itself? There's not another company in the world who have advanced in technology to the extent of what Tesla have. And that's all down to Elon Musk picking the right team with the right geniuses and developing the future of the world. So, to all those people in the States and in the UK and anywhere else around the world, let me know what your thoughts and feelings are, because I think I've got no objection, well, I don't think I know, I've got no objection to people protesting. And I do get it, people are really upset because they've lost their jobs. Coupled with the fact that there is a lot of people who just hate Donald Trump as well, want to split Donald Trump and Elon Musk up by creating so much shit that it could end up breaking the partnership up. But when you think of it logically, folks, we've all got a country is effectively a business, and it's every country's got a budget. And if you're struggling with that budget, then you've got to make cutbacks. And as I said, most of us in our working lives have either been involved in them cutbacks or will be involved in the future on them cutbacks. So it does not make sense to just go out and willfully destroy an American company as well, folks. I mean, what's going on with you guys? An American company which employs thousands of people around the world, and to have the number one selling car 2 years running in the world is a huge up for America. Huge up. Now, you don't have to like Tesla, you don't have to like any company, but I don't buy this Elon Musk is a fascist. I don't buy this he's Hitler. And when you get these idiots who are just jumping on the bandwagon, and some, don't get me wrong, I'm not labeling everyone an idiot. Do you really think that Elon Musk is a fascist? If you do, just say, why is he a fascist? And I don't buy this Nazi salute bollocks either. If you've got some real tangible evidence that Elon Musk is a fascist, tell me. because I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. And when you start talking about fascism and Nazis and all the rest of it, look into your history for all the companies around the world. Because most companies have got some form of negative history around fascism, around Nazism, you name it. Most companies have got something there. And, look at Volkswagen for an example. Volkswagen was formed by Hitler. Where's the protests around Volkswagen? Nothing. It's all political, guys. And I tell you what, if Elon Musk did not support Donald Trump, I don't think we'd be in this situation now, or we'd be having this conversation. Again, let me know if you think I'm talking rubbish here, because I'm just rambling a load of crap out at the minute, I know. But I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. So let me know your thoughts, people. Is there a real, genuine reason? Now, take away the fact, right? Take away the fact that Musk has been instrumental in cutting back on certain roles within America, because that's business. Yeah, I'm not saying he's done it the right way, by the way. And I think, in this day and age, we should be mindful that when people lose their jobs, it's huge panic. Because all you're thinking about is how you're going to pay your mortgage, how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to pay for anything, basically. That's the first thing that comes into your mind, and you start panicking because you think you're going to lose everything. So I get that, and I get that feeling. But is that a reason to destroy a load of cars in a car lot? Is that a reason to give your neighbour a Nazi salute because he's driving a Tesla? Sorry, guys. Protest, do it peacefully, but when it comes to destroying innocent people's property, then you deserve what you're going to get. And if someone did that to my car, as I said, I would not be happy, and I'd want the full extent of the law to take its course, because I've worked bloody hard all my career to put myself in a position where I can now afford decent things in life. Coming from a council estate with nothing, being an ex-coal miner, being on strike with nothing. And for some idiot to then pretend he's doing a protest against Elon Musk by destroying my car. Anyway, that was literally just a brain dump. No assembling order. Bit of a rambling, I know. But I'm really interested in anyone's thoughts on, is this going too far? Do people think it's the right thing to do, is to set cars on fire and destroy people's personal property? If you're going to protest, as I said, do it peacefully and do it right. So am I right? Am I wrong? Tell me. Fill the comment section up, and, feel free to speak your mind, because there's no wokeness about me, I promise you. And I don't get offended. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got a view. And that's why we're living in a free world, folks. Because, we fought world wars to be able to have freedom of speech and to live really good, comfortable lives. And to be able to work hard and reap the rewards from working hard. God, someone here has just parked his van. God, that was tight. That was tight. Sorry about that, guys. Right, so I'll leave you to it now. Fill the comment section up, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. I just think enough's enough now. So, until the next video, folks, I'll catch you all later. Bye for now.